that sits behind us here today at number 10, Sovereign Plate, here in the heart of Wantirna South. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Daniel Cripps. I'm from Barry Plant in Wantirna, and I'll proudly be your auctioneer here today. Now, ably assisting me from the very same office, a number of our team members. I know Kiana's been assisting with the campaign, answering all your questions over the past few weeks. To my right, we've got Rico, Sue in the crowd, then we've got Asta, Brett, Monica, Chloe. Chris has just arrived, all here to help you with your bidding endeavours today, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, we are here to help you buy the property. If you do have any special questions or queries regarding the auction and the terms we're asking for here today, please feel free to reach out to one of our family-friendly members of our team. Now, today's process is going to be rather simple. Firstly, we'll review the contracts, after of which the exciting part where I hand it over to you for your spirited bidding to buy this beautiful home, as mentioned here behind me today. Now, the terms we're asking for today, upon success, we're going to ask for a 10% deposit, where we can get a nominal figure paid today and the balance of which can be paid and settled on Monday. And the settlement terms we're looking for are around that 90 to 120 days from today's date. That determining our settlement day, ladies and gentlemen. The chattels being sold with the property are all fixtures, fittings, fixed floor coverings, window furnishings and electric light fittings as inspected at the property here today. And on a formal matter, the title that we're selling here today with the lovely home on top is volume 10408, folio 719. That, of course, ladies and gentlemen, known to us and our great friends down at Australia Post as number 10, Sovereign Plate here in the heart of Wantirna South, ladies and gentlemen. A beautiful family entertainment nestled on 600 square metres of prime 3152 soil. Now, today's auction will be conducted in accordance with the rules and any additional conditions that were made available prior to the start of today's auction. And the auction rules prohibit an auctioneer from accepting bids or offers once the property has been knocked down to its successful bidder. As your auctioneer, I can indicate bidders upon request. The law prohibits false bids, prohibits major disruptions by bidders, and prohibits bidders to prevent others from bidding, and does provide fines for this conduct. The rules do permit vendor bid. The words I will use to indicate I am making a bid on behalf of the vendor are vendor bid, and by law, only I, as your auctioneer, can place a vendor bid. Now, ladies and gentlemen, before I hand it over to you, let me touch upon the opportunity that's presenting itself here today. And I know, as many of you noticed, Studley Park Estate is a very tightly held cul-de-sac, local traffic only. Welcoming passing traffic from your neighbours, no one can use this estate to cut through, which makes it a very, very peaceful location. The beautiful double-storey home behind us here, obviously comprising of the 4 bedrooms, plus the study downstairs, 2 immaculately renovated bathrooms, multiple living zones, a modern, only a couple of years young kitchen, ladies and gentlemen, and flooring throughout. This is simply a turnkey solution, ready for you to buy, move in with the family and enjoy. Now, at the back, you've got that fantastic covered al fresco area and that beautiful pool and spa that looks also welcoming, especially on a hot day and an afternoon like this, despite Melbourne's rainy weather this morning. Ladies and gentlemen, the spa being gas heated, and you can gas heat the pool if you wish to, but there is solar heating for the pool on the roof. And ladies and gentlemen, that fantastic salt chlorination pool, keeping it very easy to maintain all year round. It's a full-size family home in a very highly sought after and tightly held pocket. Look around. Look at the lovely homes that surround your future opportunity here, ladies and gentlemen, and take that into consideration when bidding here today. Now, obviously, location 3152 Wantirna South, very highly in demand. And, of course, you've got Wantirna South Primary straight over the road behind Swinburne TAFE. Down on High Street Road, the 737 will take you through to Glen Waverley and Monash Uni for furthering your studies at university there. Westfield Knox, I know we've all seen that renovation's well and truly underway and very impressive, might I add. And of course, Waverley Christian College, St Andrews Christian College, up on the hill, the Knox School, an abundance of opportunities for your kids, ladies and gentlemen. Eastlink's just down the road, half an hour right, you're in the CBD, half an hour left, you're down Mornington Peninsula enjoying those restaurants and beautiful sandy beaches. And that's exactly the reason why families are bidding so hard to get into a location just like this. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that's enough from me. I think it's fair and reasonable to hand it over to you your spirited bidding and the opportunity to secure this beautiful family home at 10 Sovereign Place. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm in your hands. Start me where you will. Who's going to be the brave soul? Get things underway here today. I always have a soft spot for the opening bidder. B20, 1-2 to 1-3-2. Conservative start. Anywhere at all. Just remember, securing a home, walking distance to Westfield Knox, soon to be one of the... 1.2. 1.2. There you go. Best of luck to the buyers over there today at 1.2 now. Calling for a rise of 25, can I say? At 1,200,000, calling for 1,225. Can I see it anywhere at all? Competition, now is your time to shine. At 1.2 million over on the left. A raise of the hand or nod of the head will do. At 1.2 now. First time now at 1.2. Second time calling at 1.2. Third and final call. 122. New interest back over. I'll take you 20, 40. What was it? Sorry, madam. 1,250 straight back now. Three of you in it. At 1,250 straight over the road. Kiana, what do you say? 20 on top. At 1,250 now. 70, what do you say? At 50 straight over the road. At 1,250. Can I? 70 now. At 70, Brendan, what's it going to be? 70 when you round us up to 1.3. At 70 over on the left-hand side. Haven't forgotten about over there, Brett. At 70 now. Fairly bid and offered. At 1,270. Need instructions. What's it going to be? At 1,270 is the bid. Fairly bid and offered. 1.3 well bid. At 1.3 now. At 1.3, can I challenge you back in at 132? What do you say? At 1.3 now. Was that a bid there, sir, or were you scratching your face?
Daniel, are you taking 10?
Go 20. 1.3, 132, what do you say? Yeah? Good decision. At 132 now. At 132 is the bid, Brendan. Need instructions. What's it going to be? At 1,320 over on the left-hand side. Sorry, sir, I just didn't want to make sure you were bidding and I missed it, that's all. At 1,320, definitely need instructions. What's it going to be? At 1,320, need to know. First time calling now at 1,320. Brett, over on the right-hand side, what do you say? At 1,320. What for? It's a great question. At 1,320, I'll need instructions. Buyer over here on the left is in control. At 1,320, waiting's not the answer. The more you let other buyers think, the more it's going to make sense buying this house at this price point. 30, I'll take 10, new interest back in front. At 1,330, new interest straight in front with us, ladies and gentlemen. On the market, playing for keeps, 50. 50 I now have. At 1,350 on the market, selling today, sold sticker going up at 1,350 now. At 1,350, need instructions, you cannot wait. We are selling today at 1,350, no better bid we sell. Remembering, ladies and gentlemen, no late bids. At 1,350 is the bid. First time calling at 1,350. I'll take your 10 now. What's it going to be? 60, can I say? 60. At 50 now, what's it going to be?
1.36.
60 now. At 60, straight back in front, sir, behind the car. Can I take another rise at 10? At 60 is the bid. Holding the keys in front and buying the house today at 1,360. 70 straight back, sir. At 70 now, each side of the car. The only difference between you and buying the car is the Prado. At 1,370, what's it going to be? Come back in front for 10. 10 on the nod. 80, can I say? 70's the bid. Sure? I'll give you a moment to think. Straight in front, what do you say? That's 70 now. Haven't forgotten over on the right-hand side, Brett will need instructions, no late bids. Playing for keeps. Is that a bid? Lucky man, and you almost bought yourself a home. At 1,370,000, no late bidding, ladies and gentlemen. First time calling at 1,370,000 over on my left-hand side. Second time calling at 1,370,000. Third, final call. Need to know.
Daniel.
Yeah.
10,000 more.
80 now. Good decision. Make sure you don't miss the late bid there at 80 now. Sir, back on this side of the Prado at 80. What about a knockout bid at 1.4? What do you say? Or really send them home at 1.5?
Take 8.
8. 1,388,000. Okay, that works. Sounds pretty lucky to me. Even luckier at 1,488. At 1,388,000, puts them back in front. The cheeky $8,000 bid, don't let them buy with that, sir. Come straight back. What do you say? Even round us up to 90. Need instructions. Remembering no late bids. Brett will need final instructions over on the right at 1,388,000. First time calling. Second time now. Third and final call. Remembering no late bids, ladies and gentlemen. Once the contract's hit my hand, we are selling here today. Have I definitely got your best? Definitely got your best over the back there. Appreciate your efforts. Chris, need any last minute changes? Need to know. On the market, playing for keeps. At 1,388,000 under the tree. Kiana, need to know before I knock it down. And same over here, Brett, with you. What do you say? On the market, as soon as it hits down, it's sold. You sure? Imagine that pool next summer. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Kiana, need final instructions. What's it going to be? Was that 2,000? Was that rounding us up? Kiana, need instructions now. Need to know. Getting final instructions. Appreciate your patience under the tree there. Got your final? Definitely done. Permission to sell? 1,000? Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think we've found our best bidder here today at 1,388,000. I'm going to call 3 final times. First, second, third, and final call. 1,000. 89. 89. Puts them back in front. What about 1,398,000? Do you the courtesy and give you some time. Appreciate your patience, ladies and gentlemen. Just got to make sure, give every buyer every chance here today because there's only one 10 sovereign place on the market. Beautiful pool. It's only 10 to 11 years young. Prime condition. 90. Back in front. Need instructions, sir. Remember, can't be late. At 90 now. He's back in front, holding the keys. First. Second, third, and final call. We're selling. We're selling. We're sold. Congratulations to our winners here today. Commiserations to our underbidders. Thanks for attending another Barry Plan auction, ladies and gentlemen. Have a fantastic rest of the weekend. Commiserations, guys. Yeah, thanks.